had a whole video planned for today. It had a message, it had examples, it had a clear point, and I think it was going to be a great start to this channel because these videos are going to come out weekly at least, if not a few a week, like two. And so I was like, you know what, let's get out two right away, start the channel great. And then I went to work and things changed. That video will still be made, that video will still be uploaded sometime soon. But yes, expect weekly videos and some live streams in here. Still starting up the channel, check out my other channels as well. Let's just get into it. And so I go to work, and I've always kind of been feeling this power dynamic or this shift from just such, I don't know, the more I get into a serious working condition, the more I see disrespect and power trips from people in management and places like that. Even just simple bosses will go on power trips and will just do the most ridiculous nonsense. And I've seen this since the time I started working, which was 13 years old. So we're coming up on a decade of just this gross disrespect. And I know my parents saw this, my grandparents, and people in the workplace have always saw this. Power trips have always existed, but I just kind of wanted to talk about my experience and give some spotlight to this. So I work at a company that is seen as good. People talk highly about it, and I would say it is a nice company to work for. There's good benefits, there's yada yada yada, and I like my job for now. It's a basic job. It's not even entry level in what I want to do in my future. But I'm a college student, so I work this job, I pay my bills, I go home, and I do my schoolwork. That's what a lot of college students do. It's a simple job for that. I can go in, I can lock in, I can do my job well, and then I come home and do my schoolwork. Totally separate things. And I'm like, okay, this is fine. I don't start any drama. No one starts any drama. Everything is good. And so we've been short staffed the last about 4, if not 5 months, maybe even longer, maybe like half a year. And it's been a while. They had a hiring freeze or something along those lines, and quite a few people were quitting during the time and going to different jobs. There wasn't really any big drama. It's just people were changing jobs naturally. It happens. And so at this time, we would be short staffed, which would lead to hectic days and just consistently over and over and over. And we would be told, you're behind, you're behind, you're behind. And it'd be like we'd be down a guy, and it led to morale being so low, people calling in, people just not wanting to be there, people ranting. Our manager, our top manager at the time, quit, and that's a whole story in itself. But it was just ridiculous. There was so much going on. And at this time, it's like, what do you even do? It's like I'm supposed to focus on college and this is supposed to be my side thing, but I go in and I'm so stressed because there's so much going on, and they're breathing down my necks and they're saying we're doing so bad while they're not giving us any help. And by them, I mean higher ups, either, my manager, the managers above him. You know how it is. There's a chain of command. One chain is like you're doing bad to the chain below them. They say you're doing bad to the chain below them. They say you're doing bad to the chain below them. And then you get yelled at. And then as you move up that chain, you're just one step higher and you're still getting yelled at. And yeah, that's why I go to college, to try and not be a part of that, but we will see. Please support the channel. Please support the channel. But seriously, I'm just kind of gotten used to that. I'm like, I'm just going to shut off my brain. I'm going to focus on my job, yada, yada, yada. We're good. We're good. And I was doing that today, and they hired some new people, and I haven't been there for a few days. And I hear that somebody got suspended, somebody who's been there for about 4, if not 5 years, somebody who's significantly older, somebody who relies on this paycheck. And I was like, why? And it was because there was nothing to do at work, which there are moments like that, and they were on their phone and someone told on them, and it was counted as stealing time. And it seemingly, um, was a person who's been there for a while who was used an example, because the last few days when I was not there, they've been going around saying, if this is still like this, we're going to write you up and we're going to suspend you. We're going to suspend you. We're going to suspend you. So the second they saw a person who could actually be suspended, they used that opportunity. They used someone as an example to be like, all y'all better get your shit together. And when I was hired at this job, a little under a year ago, we had more people, and it was kind of like this work condition. But as soon as people started to quit and they couldn't hire anybody, they were like, oh, can you come in? Oh, do you want these hours? Oh, can you do this? Oh, can you do that? They were all buddy buddy. They were all sweet. They would text you nice things. Like, it was so weird, but it was like, okay, maybe they're kind of turning things around. Maybe things are better. And as soon as we get more people and we're dispensable again, we're expendable, all that, they do not care anymore. And it is gross. It is disgusting. And it is just unhumanly, like, I feel like most people don't, like, more people need to say that it is just not something humans should do or should feel in their body is right you know and so at this point, I'm like, dang, this job is like kind of getting worse, but I'm about to graduate, I'm looking for jobs. I'm like, okay, this is just another reason to get out of here, like ASAP. But whatever, I'm gonna keep my head down, I'm gonna do my job, or cool. And so I go into the back to do training towards the end of my shift, and there's a meeting going on in the room next to me. And I don't think they think anybody can hear, but there's a hiring manager from a different store, different, department. Some not department. Some they're far away. They're not from here, and they were greeting each other with people who are above my managers, and they were all talking, and they were going over, oh, how hiring's going, the process, how they do it, who's here, who's there, and they went through my department, and they were talking about how there are two part-timers who they want to hire a full-timer and start to, and I swear to God, phase out the two part-timers. I'm one of them. I'm one of them. They want to phase me out. They want to phase out my paycheck. They want to phase out the consistent schedule I've had for the last like 4 months. And by the way, they've already started trying to change up my schedule to hours that are just different. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, what's going on? Do I send a text? Do I do this? Do I do what? Like, why am I being screwed over? And it's just this disgusting thing where they're starting to tell people, oh, I'll suspend you. Oh, I'll get rid of you. And I have heard them, talking bad about people. And I know I'm talking about so many people. There's just so many higher ups. There's so many higher ups that are we're unnecessary. Y'all are unnecessary. It's like five guys walking around doing nothing besides critiquing people who are under them who are making less pay for doing more work. And so, yes, I heard them in this meeting talking about phasing them out. And then he goes on to talk about how good we're doing. Oh, this day we did this much. This day was a record breaking day. Things are looking so much better. It's going to be a great summer, as he's talking about phasing people out and affecting their paychecks, as he just suspended somebody for being on their phone when there was no work to do. When there was no work to do. It is gross. It is incompetent. It is disgusting. It is unhumanly. And this guy is the same guy who came up to me. He's been like, "Do you know what this is? Do you know what this is? Do you know what this is?" About simple things that everybody should know about the department that, we all work in. But no, he doesn't care. He is incompetent. He is gross. And he makes more than all these people from being a jerk off. And it's disgusting. And I feel like this is the current day workplace. And, they set up so many walls and boundaries and rules, and you can report this, you can report that. Can you actually? Can you actually? Because as soon as you do it, you're fired, or you're suspended, or you're giving an attitude until you quit. It just never works out. But they make these quote unquote walls and rules. It's gross. Let me know if you've ever experienced something similar. Is anyone hiring? Subscribe.